Hey everyone, this is Will. So in this video, I'm going to explain the real differences that you need to know between Gumroad and Podia. I have made another video on my main channel comparing all of the different platforms that allow you to sell digital products. So definitely check that video out. That is going to be very useful. I will leave a link down below in the description. Also, every single week I give out one of my courses completely for free, so just press thumbs up on this video and subscribe to the YouTube channel to enter the competition. And also I have discounts and special promotions for everything that I discuss here. So again, all of the links down below in the description. Now let's jump straight into the video. So first of all, when it comes to these two platforms, honestly, they are very different platforms. If we look at Gumroad, this is what your store is going to look like. So it's very basic. You just have your logo, you just have your name, an opt-in for people to give email address, and then you just have your products, and you can't really customize much, you can't really do much. And if we press on the product, you will see this is what it looks like. So it's very basic. Whereas if we look at what you can do with Podia, you can do a lot more. Honestly, you can pretty much almost create a complete website. As you can see here, you have your homepage, you have blog, you have memberships, presets, templates, courses, so on and so forth. And you can really build out a landing page. So as you can see here, we have the different sections of different products these people have. And then we have a little freebie here, so a little lead magnet, as you can see, and it's really nicely done as well. As you can see, you can change obviously all the colors, the images, the structures, as you can see here again, and basically testimonials here. You can really create a full out landing page. And if we go to one of these, let's say we want to go to templates, you will see that you have a little store here as well. So once again, these people actually have done a really good job in designing. But again, just to show you what it looks like, just having basic products. So nothing insanely crazy in terms of the layout or design. It's all basic, but even so, it still looks so much nicer just compared to this, what you see on Gumroad. And that is going to increase your conversions quite a lot. And as you can see, once we open the product, again, we can see we can basically build out all of the landing page for that product. So if you want to perhaps have, let's say, you want to say different benefits of why someone needs to purchase that product, how that product is helping out, and so on and so forth. So if you really want to have a long page, you can build it out very beautifully here within Podia. And I'm not going to go through all of this, you can see it for yourself. But when it comes to Gumroad, yes, you can actually put in some information here, so you can actually write down some of the points. But again, this is just going to be very basic description, and that's it. So you're not really building out a nice landing page is going to increase your conversions. So I would say that alone just should give you a good understanding of how very different these two platforms are. On one hand, with Gumroad, you just have a very basic place to sell your product, basically just to host your product, and that's it. Whereas with Podia, if you want, you have the option to actually build out really nice pages that are going to help you to increase your conversions and sell more. And to actually just show you really quick, it is very simple to edit these pages as well. As you can see, you have these add sections, and you have all of the different items that you can add on your landing page. You see image plus text, video and text, testimonials, categories, bio, newsletter, and so on. So it's pretty much just drag and drop type of thing. And you can also choose all of the different pages, your home page, product page, your blog pages, whatever you want to customize. When it comes to the actual interface, I would say that both of these platforms are very simple. There's nothing. You have your products, you have your customers, you have your analytics. Something to keep in mind is that with Podia, you actually, let's say what's the same on both platforms. So you do have your emails that you can send out to your potential customers. Podia, I would say, is a little bit more advanced with Gumroad, but it's kind of the same. You also have your coupons and you have affiliates. So this you can do on both of the platforms and create the basic products. You can do that on both of the platforms. However, with Podia, you can do a little bit in terms of marketing, because you can also create some upsells for your products, which you don't have with Gumroad, which I would say is a pretty big deal. So if we go to the digital, well, this is an example that I made in the pricing section. As you can see here, you can create an upsell, and depending on what exactly you're selling, if you have a couple of products or plan to have a product that goes really well with your main product, then this is really a big deal. This can generate a lot of extra revenue, and just for this one thing alone, I would say Podia is so much better than Gumroad. So of course it would be no-brainer which platform to go with, but it is a little bit something to think about because they do differ in price. So Gumroad actually is completely free to start with, so you don't have any monthly fees. However, you do have a couple of limitations. As you can see with the free plan, you do have Gumroad branding, and another very important thing is that you actually have 5% fees on everything that you sell. So for example, if you sell a product for $100, then you will need to pay $5 to Gumroad, and believe me, that can add up quite a lot. If we look at Podia, on the other hand, it costs $39 a month, which is fairly expensive compared to Gumroad. But again, you're getting so much more for this. And by the way, you do get a discount if you get the annual plan, so you do save up a little bit of money. It's a little bit cheaper. But again, what you get from Podia is you actually get your own website. What they showed you can build out a full out website, and Podia really is, I would say, primarily an online course platform, but they also do allow you to sell digital products. So if you at some point decide to sell online courses, or perhaps you want to create some sort of, let's say, a lead magnet that is more sort of, let's say you have a few different steps within that lead magnet, then you can use Podia to actually sort of create that little school for yourself. So there are different ways how you can use those functions, even if you're not actually selling online courses. But this is something to consider, that you do get that if you will want to decide to sell online courses at some point. You also get webinars. So again, something to consider, that if you want to use webinars for your selling, then this is very important and powerful tool. Email marketing, it's the same on both platforms. What I would say is also pretty cool is that you have messaging on Podia. So on Gumroad, you do have posts where you can publish different posts, but honestly, it's not really very useful, because it's kind of in between. It's sort of like notifications to keep people updated, but it's not really blog posts, and it's not really direct messaging with persons. So it's kind of very, I would say it's not really useful that much. It's sort of in between. Whereas here you do have a blog that you can create with Podia, and you also have messages. You can actually talk with your customers directly and build out those relationships. And again, no transaction fees. They also have 7-day a week support, so you actually have a live chat, and it is pretty good, which can be very useful. And you do have to keep in mind that they don't provide all of the things with their $39 plan. So if you will want some memberships, and you will want blog, and you will want affiliate marketing, then you will need to upgrade to the advanced plan, that is the shaker plan. So this is something that you do have to keep in mind, because affiliates can be very powerful, and you don't get that with a $39 plan, whereas on Gumroad you actually do get affiliates. So this is something to keep in mind when choosing between these two platforms, because you can generate a lot of sales using affiliates. And if you look at Gumroad, if you don't want to pay those 5%, because those 5% can add up pretty quick and it can actually turn out to be more than $39 on Podia, even though you're actually getting a lot less, you can pay for the creator plan, which is $10 a month, which honestly is really cheap. It's actually insanely cheap, and then you don't really have any additional fees, which is great. And that is, by the way, up to 1,000 customers, and after that you can see all of the different pricing plans. Honestly, if you have 1,000 customers or more than 1,000 customers, then you can definitely afford Podia, and you should definitely go with Podia and just get a lot more sales. But in general, even I would say, even if you have less than 1,000 customers, even if you're starting out, if you really are just playing with the idea and you have no clue whether you're going, or well, if you think you're not going to be very successful, then perhaps going with the free plan might be fine. And there are some other options, some other platforms that allow you to start for free as well, so do check the video on my main channel. But if you have a little bit of money to invest, and actually Podia they have a free trial, so you can actually try it out for a couple of weeks to see whether your product actually works or not. But if you have a little bit of money to invest, I would say that going with Podia is a smarter option, just because just the fact that you can create those landing pages, you do have some more advanced marketing features for upsells and all of that. And if you want to, let's say, do some advertising to install all the different pixels, is a lot easier with Podia as well. To actually to integrate email, if you're using a different email marketing software, it's very simple with Podia. You just need to press a couple of buttons, whereas with Gumroad you actually need to use some sort of third party tool to do that. So really, if you are serious and if you want to take that extra step, and I think honestly you should, because I think if you put in that little bit of work and you just make actually a nicer store, you're going to get so many more purchases. Whereas with Gumroad, I would say most of the time, if you have some sort of fan base and you just want to, the fan base already loves you and they're going to purchase that product, then you can use Gumroad as sort of a place where you just host that product and that's it. But if you want to actually run a business and you want to create a store where anyone can come on that store and they are going to make purchases, then something like Podia, I think, is going to work a lot better. And I would suggest to invest those $40, even if it might seem a lot, because at the end of the day you are going to get a lot more sales. And at the end of the day, even though you're investing the $40, that might result to thousands and thousands of dollars, whereas with Gumroad, I think it's going to be very tough to actually get to that point. So I hope you found this video useful. As I said, I have links for everything down below in the description. Also, I have made a separate video comparing all of the different platforms, and in general, if you want some videos on different tips on digital marketing, online business, all of that good stuff, check out my main channel. If you found this video useful, make sure to press thumbs up, subscribe to this YouTube channel. Stay awesome, and I'll see you soon.